Hey everybody, and welcome to a risky wild ride with Steve-O. This one's risky because Mark Wahlberg has a huge, epic new movie coming out called Flight Risk, which is in theaters everywhere on January 24th. I got to see an advanced screener of it, and I do recommend it. And pretty crazy, we got Mark Wahlberg. We were in London, England, and man, this guy is a total health and wellness guru, big on faith. Like, we're also both action stars, and we used to be rappers, not so much anymore. A lot of things I have in common with Mark Wahlberg. And you know what? While I was in England, I saw this brand that I'm so psyched about called Huel. And this episode is brought to you by Huel. Dude, I quit sugar almost an entire year ago now. And with Huel right here, it's all the greens that you need in a whole day, and there's negligible amounts of sugar in it. Like, man, I think we all know that I've been pretty into like green supplements, but in the past, the ones I had were just loaded with sugar. And finally, this one's delicious, doesn't have all the sugar, and it's got 146 different plant-based nutrients that are really epic and good for you. And man, I can't get enough of it. And you won't be able to get enough of it either. You go to Huel.com and you can get 15% off, plus new customers get a free gift and 15% off with the use of the promo code Steve-O. I mean, dude, you're not eating enough veggies and fruit, then no problem if you've got Huel. Join the hooligans at Huel.com and use the promo code Steve-O. Oh, hell yeah. Now, let's get into it. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, check. How's that? Check.
All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you an absolute icon, Mark Wahlberg.
Thank you, brother. How are you,
Yeah, dude. I'm honored to be here, man. We've got you for a long-form interview, which nobody gets.
Yeah, how long is it?
It's we're scheduled for 20 minutes.
Oh shit, it's all good. We got a lot to talk about. I've been a big fan for a long time too. So.
Well, thanks, man.
Good, yeah.
I've got a lot that I want to share with you too. We've met twice before in the past, and I'm just dying to know if you remember each of those or either of those two times.
Tell me.
Okay, 2001.
Rockstar.
Was a Rockstar. There was a radio event in Boston at the Samuel Adams Brewery.
Yes.
And then there was a screening of the movie Rockstar. Yeah. My Jackass buddy, Chris Pontius.
Yeah, I wanted to kill him.
He tried to wrestle you.
I said, I'm going to fuck you up, bro. But no, you know what? It's funny because I was a big fan. It's just what I was trying to do then, and I had to kind of really, get over it because I came from, the music world and just trying to be taken seriously as an actor.
Really?
Yeah, well, from the street, yes. But then, and trying to turn my life around. But I was, I was a little too serious to have a good time then, and I should have taken advantage of having fun more with just...
You're saying you should have wrestled him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was all in good fun.
I do remember, though, actually.
Okay, good. It was all in good fun.
Yep.
Second time that we crossed paths, a little embarrassing for me. It was 2004, New York City. It was a kind of an after hours, like a pretty exclusive, perhaps like invite only, like speakeasy kind of a thing called Bungalow 8. And
I remember.
It's 2004. I'm out of my mind on all kinds of crazy substances. I come up to you in your booth, and I'm like trying to say like, who thought that movie Rockstar was going to be a good idea or something? You said it was actually a really good script. You were like perturbed, and I was just being a complete dick and a douche.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I don't remember that one as much as I remember the Sam Adams one, but I remember people who were like, especially rockers, and look, I was known as a white rapper and then playing a rocker and that whole world. Well, I'm just saying, but for me, as I experienced that particular movie, when people were expecting like to see Rockstar, they wanted the hard, edgy stuff, and I've had not that I had an issue with the filmmaker or the way the movie was made. I also always wanted to kind of make an edgier version of the movie. They wanted to make a big commercial movie, the studio. Yeah. So I understood that not everybody loved the movie, but by some it was beloved. So it was
a
for
great
everybody.
movie.
Yeah.
The angle that I was coming from was that I understood that the movie was about Judas Priest and them taking on like a
fake band. Was Rob Halford?
Yeah.
They would not allow it. They didn't want to make it about that. So that was the inspiration.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then we kind of created these composite characters, and you had to have a balance of, we had like Zach Wilde and Jason Bonham and a lot of real rock legends in the movie to kind of give credibility.
Starr.
Then you needed some other actor types to be able to play and do some of the other heavy lifting. You needed the credibility of the musicians, and then you needed the credibility of the actors, and not an easy thing to accomplish and pull off. For sure.
I'm just here to say that I was just plain wrong. Yeah. Like the angle that I was trying to come from was that, like if you're a Judas Priest fan, you don't want to like do anything to celebrate
leaving Rob, bringing in another guy to replace him.
That was the only basis for the movie was great, and I was just out of my mind and looking to be.
I never really thought about it that people thought about it like that.
I don't think that they even necessarily did. I think that I was just I was out of line.
But I can understand why diehard fans would, because those things are sacred to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not only Priest, the music, how that stuff is handled. Look, whenever I do a movie, especially, I was just talking about this earlier in an interview, what are the ones where you feel are the most pressure are the true stories, when you're taking on somebody's real life or some, in many instances for me, tragic events that have happened.
Right.
And we handle those with the utmost respect and sensitivity and a white glove approach, where you want to make sure that you're getting it right, especially for the people who are affected by it and the people who know the story, and also for others who don't. But we kind of approached it. It was just like, it was kind of like this rock thing. It was inspired by that, but it was its own kind of take that they created.
And by the way, it was a great movie.
Yeah. Beloved by a lot of people. Terrible timing when it came out. Didn't do well. But a lot of people come up to me, and I tell you, I never had more fun making a movie, hanging out with Zach, hanging out with Bonham, hanging out with all those guys. I mean, we tore it up. Because, like, for me, too, like, look, you just cut your hair. Like, I had to, like, buy into it. I couldn't all of a sudden, like, show up on the day, put a wig on. Normally, I'm a street guy. I'm an urban guy. I always listened to hip-hop. I was never really a big, like, hard metal fan. I was, like, I love classic rock. Now I love all music. But, I had to, like, get the hair, really live in the hair, live the part, rented a fucking house, went crazy, like showed up. I got kicked out of every event. I was acting exactly like you were acting. When I was making the movie, I became that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I had more fun. I mean, watching guys piss in the barrel and other guys drinking it and drinking all day and going crazy. I mean, it's good to see that, I saw Zach somewhere now sober again. These guys were actual legends, you know what I mean? So we had fun, like working with Timothy Spall. I don't know if you know who Timothy Spall is, an English actor. He's been in a lot of Mike Leigh movies. He's a legend of an actor. He played the road manager. And he and I just sitting in my trailer every day, whether we were drinking sangria or doing whatever we were doing, to kind of be in that headspace and in that life. It was probably the most fun I've ever had on a movie.
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
Now, this is a fun thing. Like, I've got an alias. If I check into a hotel, this hotel included. I'm not going to check in under my real name. Like I want to, like I've got an alias.
Yeah, of course. What's the alias?
My alias is inspired by Dirk Diggler. Yeah.
What's the name?
Dick Dangler. But I do it proper.
Did they get upset about it? Or you say
no,
Richard
I do
Dangler?
it proper. Like it's actually like if you call the reception and say, please put me through to Richard Dangler's room.
Yeah.
Richard,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and
I was going to say, because why don't you just say Dick Dangler? Like, oh, come on now. Can you think of a better name?
Right. But Richard, they call him Dick. I told this to Tommy Lee. He said, "Oh, dude, like that he. I don't know if he still does, but he always used to check into hotels as first name Dixie, Last name Normus. Dixie Normus. Yeah, so it's good shit.
You're going to have to change your name now, by the way. You're going to have to change your name. Everybody's going to know that.
Yeah, you know what? I think I don't mind. You got to be a pretty hardcore fan. Like I'll let it happen. So you're here shooting another movie.
Yep.
We're in London. This hotel's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you staying in this hotel for the whole duration of the?
No, I actually stayed in this hotel a couple of times when I shot movies here. I think I stayed in here for a while when I did All the Money in the World, the Getty movie. I stayed here when I did the first Transformers.
Serious question. How do you feel about transforming $5 into $200 guaranteed? Well, you can if you're a new customer to DraftKings Sportsbook, and this weekend is the time to do it. We got UFC 311. It is a mind-blowing card. So let me just give you my picks. The main card starts with Kevin Holland. Love that guy. Never bet against Big Mouth. Kevin Holland. Then I got Renato Moicano, my brother. I think he's going to win. I love Renato Moicano. Then I got Jamal Hill, Sweet Dreams. And then in the co-main, I got your Umar Nurmagomedov. He is hot. And in the main event, Islam Makhachev. Those are my picks for the main card. And again, if you're a new customer, you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code STEVO and then bet just $5 and you will automatically get $200 in bonus bets. You can't beat that.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Buco Casino and Resort, KS. 21 plus age eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see bkng.co/audio.
2025 is off to a huge start for the UFC. Enjoy the fights, have fun, and let's get back to it.
I remember my daughter came here to visit with her friend, and they came and they were jet lagged the whole entire time. They got here, they went to sleep while I was up, so they slept all day, and they slept all day and were up all night for a week and a half for the entire duration of their trip. Had quite a few nice dinner parties here in this hotel as well. But we built a gym. We used to do we have races, boxing, sparring in the hallway. When I was training to make the fighter. We were here, and we were having sparring matches in the hallways, and like people just pounding the shit out of each other, and like some English couple coming out of their room going, "What's going on?" And stampede races up and down these beautiful hallways, and throwing weights around. It was bad. I don't think I'm welcomed back here.
I doubt that. But are you still making your hotel room just converted into a private gym?
Yeah, we got the gym at the other hotel where we are.
Okay, the other hotel. All right. Because I think that it would be meaningful. It'd probably make people feel good if there was some time in your past where you had fallen off the fitness wagon. Like, was there ever a time?
Oh, many times.
Yeah. Did you ever get pre-blimped out?
What was the heaviest that I got? Well, I got heavy, but also big for Pain and Gain. It was the heaviest. I was like 212. But then
but that was jacked.
But then
heavy.
I got heavy for Deepwater Horizon. I mean, it was so bad that I had to sit down to tie my shoes, and I was in Louisiana, and all I was eating was fried po' boys, oyster poor boys and shrimp poor boys, and drinking beer, and felt like shit in the heat when we shot Deepwater Horizon, which was the oil rig that crashed, that exploded out in the Gulf. So that was probably when I was the most out of shape. But for Boogie Nights to lose weight, I mean, my idea of getting into to lose weight was smoking cigarettes, just drinking Bud Light, and eating minestrone soup. You know what I mean? That's all I did. I smoked cigarettes, eat minestrone soup, and drink beer. That's how I got down to 138. I mean, I spent many times where I didn't, but getting older, especially now, it's like for me, I want to live a healthy lifestyle.
Sure.
I like waking up in the morning feeling good, My spiritual life is the thing that really drives everything that I do. And so, just finding that balance. I mean, now, I want to live a long time. I got a lot, I want to have grandkids, and, I've got 4 beautiful children. I want to be around. I want to be able to, enjoy life with them. And, hopefully there's a long future ahead of me.
Yeah, dude, the spiritual life really is the thing, man.
It's the anchor, yeah. I mean, listen, I watch you, and I admire how much you communicate the importance of your sobriety to people. Dude. And, some people are lucky where they can, have a little drink on the weekend or here and there, and, finding that balance. But, for a lot of people, and a lot of people I know, it's very, very difficult. So,
yeah, it's really black and white for me. And I consider myself very lucky that I got alcoholism, drug addiction just so terribly badly that it had to stop.
Yeah.
Because the worst situation you could be in is if you just kind of have it. And it's just not so bad that you got to do anything about it. And it just goes on, and the years slip through your fingers.
Yeah. Like you don't get the time back.
Yeah, it was a crisis for me. Yeah. And with the whole 12-step deal, like spirituality is the crux of it.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that I didn't have any like hang-ups about like the concept of a higher power. Like I didn't have any issue with that. And today, my relationship with God is the most important thing in my life. And
amen.
I even, a couple years back, 2022, we had a new Jackass movie come out, and that just like, the interest rates were so low. Everybody had stimulus money. It was just like a perfect storm for me to have the most like financially successful year of my life, bar none. And I really think that in the couple of years since then, like at that time, I kind of just got this like this crazy like money fixation, and I made that my priority. And I think that it read through what I did, that I was like trying to get money and I think that I really did myself a disservice in that. I think that when you're focused on what the results are going to be, that it kind of takes away from it. And this year in particular, I've decided that, screw that. I'm putting my relationship with God before everything else. And as soon as I make that decision, I see everything else starting falling into place.
Yeah. No, he'll bless you abundantly. But, he wants you to do the work. And especially the work is just to say what you just said, just to spread that message, because a lot of people don't have that relationship. And for me, it's about every day pursuing that relationship, letting him know that this drives everything else in my life, and that I know that I should be living a purpose-filled life, And look, he takes the people who were sinning and weak in the flesh, and those are the ones that he wants to save. And then he wants to shape them into soldiers for him that are going to go out there and serve his purpose, not their own purpose. You can't serve God and money. God will bless you, but then he's also going to guide you in the direction that he wants to guide you and what to do with those funds.
Right,
and that wealth, and spreading wealth is both with knowledge as well as physical money, but what you do with it and how you do it is very important.
For sure, because I find that having had like a fair amount of success and financially blessed, that it's a challenge for me to reconcile spirituality with having wealth when so many people just are really struggling and hurting. And watching your HBO series Wall Street, I see how important it is for everything that you do, that you be employing people, providing lifestyles for people. I see you motivated to become successful so that other people can become successful.
Yeah.
And then in another scene, when things are going kind of sideways with the business, and I think it was municipal, and the funders pulled out, and you said, hey, you know what though, I'm not here to let other people decide where and when they're going to spend my money. And to have that kind of a boundary in place where I'm here to do that, but I feel like I could gain from that. I feel like you've got boundary management under control in a way that
Wow, that's from a lot of experience. I've been doing what I do for 30 some odd years. I come from the real world, having nothing, seeing how hard my mom and my dad had to work just to provide.
Right.
I'm very blessed, and people always ask, well, why do you work so hard? You're in a great position now. I said, but this is what's gotten me into this position. Why would I change it? I'm only working harder now.
I think you may already know this about me, but the only thing I like more than working hard is being hard. Yeah, and that's why this episode is brought to you by Blue Chew, the makers of the delicious chewable Blue Chew tablet, which has the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, so it helps you work harder in the bedroom. Yeah, dude. And I'm going to be honest, at my age, I don't mind the help. And I think at whatever age you're at, you're going to perform at your best with Blue Chew tablets. If you've been thinking about trying it, now is probably the time, because if you go to bluechew.com, they're just hooking people up with an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets. All you got to pay is $5 for shipping. So maybe head on over to Blue Chew tablets. Work hard, play hard, be hard. Yeah, dude. BlueChew.com for an entire month's supply. All you pay is $5 for shipping. Now, let's ride this baby home. Right.
And there's so much more that I want to do. And more importantly, I'm pretty aware that you can't take it with you, right? So what you're going to do with it, how you're going to allocate it, how you're going to spread the love, spread the blessings, share the blessings. But most importantly, finding that purpose that God has chosen for you is the thing for me. It's like people always say, would you go back? Could you change anything? There's a lot of things that I would change and do differently, but I can't. I can only do what I need to be doing now in the present and in the future. And that's just to try to be a better person, to be an example, and encourage people to be the best versions of themselves. And, there's a major disconnect right now in the world, and the politicians aren't going to bring people together. That's not what's giving them success or getting them elected. It's creating a divide. And for love and God is the only way that you're going to bring people together.
I mean, there's only two ways you can make a decision. Love or fear.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Well, when you have God in your heart fully, this was in my prayer book today. When you have God in your life fully, there is no more fear.
Yeah.
There is no more fear. Because, you're trusting God and you've given yourself to God completely. And it's a difficult thing to do. I mean, Mother Teresa, I have some friends and we talk about it all the time. We're all kind of, scared, and, there's so much uncertainty in the world, and, you see suffering and loss and fires and destruction and all this stuff. It's terrifying at times, but you also know that you have God in your life, and this life is short no matter what. And the most important thing is how you conduct and carry yourself, and God knows your heart. So you could pretend, like my daughter's like, oh, my friends want to know, do you really go to church every week? And do you really stay prayed up? I'm like, listen, it's so much worse to go out there and say that you do and not. God does not like that at all. But I know that I'm in a position to encourage people and share my story about how I became successful. How I found happiness, how I found, stability in places and in parts of my life where, it wasn't like that for a long time, and there was lots of uncertainty, and there's still a lot of uncertainty. But for the most part, I just feel like, I don't know, I have a peace. And I also have a purpose. And that purpose is to continue to work and motivate others and inspire others. And if you could turn one person's life around, you get one person sober, bring one person to God.
Oh, hell yeah.
You got the pass, bro.
Hell yeah.
You getting in.
With Municipal, your guy, Harry, he's the CEO.
Yeah, you know Harry?
I don't, but I know him from your show. And I saw it during the pandemic that you guys were just launching it, and then the fund.
Yeah, the financing fell through.
The financing
got really serious. Yeah,
financing gets pulled, and then you say, you know what, like we believe in this thing. Let's just fund it ourselves.
Yeah.
And Harry is put into this position
he
where
refinanced his house, just left his beautiful job as the CMO of Callaway, and
he really rolled the dice in a big way, and I'm wondering how it worked out for him.
So far, so good. I mean, look, we're still grinding. We just opened our store in Oceanside. We just opened a store in Melrose. I think we've got tons of stuff happening. I mean, we launched our first sneaker, our first golf shoe, our first slide. I mean, people love the brand, but people love the story of the brand. The brand is an aspirational brand. You know, Municipal. You know, we when we actually started the brand and we came up with the name, there was one other company that had the name already. It was a skate company in Philadelphia. Wow. So we bought the right, the trademark, and you know, we got the rights to be able to utilize the name, but. This is about humble beginnings. You can start anywhere. It doesn't matter. Municipal park, skating on a courthouse, you know, whatever you're doing, going to the courthouse, getting in trouble in the courthouse, turning your life around and aspiring to do great things, but then going out there, having the dream, having the plan, and being willing to do the work and hustle hard enough to make those things happen and to come to fruition. Nobody is incapable of fulfilling their dreams and their full potential if they're willing to do the work. And that's what the brand is all about. So the brand is on fire. People really believing it. What we're trying to create is something that's super high quality for the everyman. A guy who works hard, wants to reward himself, you know, and you put something on where you feel like, wow, this feels really good when I put it on. It's a little more expensive. It's cut a little bit differently, but it makes me feel good.
Yeah,
you know?
and just the number of times when you said, nope, that's not it. Like the standards that you bring to it.
Yeah, we were in this hotel, and it was like, I was seeing the stuff. I was like, what are we doing? We're not doing this. I mean, shit, I could have took the Nike deal. I could have took the Jordan deal. I could have took the Adidas deal, the Puma deal. I had all these opportunities, but like I was a big sneaker guy. I worked in a sneaker store. I mean, it was always, I wore hand-me-down sneakers and since I was a kid. My sister Debbie, God rest her soul, bought me my first pair of Chuck Taylors, right? Size 1. I kept those things. I would brush them with a toothbrush. I would put white shoe polish on them to keep them clean until I couldn't keep them clean anymore. Then I burned a hole in them, bumper hopping on a car, scraping the sole so it ripped. So my parents would get me a new pair, and then they just made me wear one of my other brother's pair of shoes that was 4 sizes too big. So it's like I always wanted to make my own shoe, and then everybody else was like, well, we just want you to sell our shoes and our sneakers. Right. And I wanted to build a brand, and I wanted to pass it on to my kids. I didn't want to just take the paycheck. You know, I had done it a couple of times, and I was like, no, I want to create something. I want to build something that hopefully will be part of my legacy. And something that hopefully my kids can do. I saw this clip today of The Landman, Jerry Jones in this scene with John Hamm and Billy Bob Thornton. And Jerry was talking about wanting to be around his daughter and spend more time with his kids. And he bought all this land in this town and built these oil rigs. He was supposed to build houses and built these, drilled for the gas or whatever, and just wanted to be around his kids more. You know, I want to build a business where hopefully my kids want to come and work with me, and they take the business on, and Harry's family and, you know, Lev's family, and we create something that, you know, we could pass on and, you know, to future generations.
Is your daughter still doing the horse?
Oh, big time, dude.
What do you call them? Pony horses?
Oh, not no more. I'm the workhorse.
Okay.
Right? No, she's an equestrian. She's a jumper.
Okay.
She started out with a pony. Now
I'm talking about this
the hobby horses.
Hobby horse.
When she was making hobby horses.
She's not doing that anymore?
No, she doesn't make hobby horses anymore. She got real horses that are real expensive.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
It's big time. She does it, but I was just talking to her this morning. You know, she's up 14 years old. She's more motivated and more disciplined than me. 14 years old. She won't miss a day, didn't want to go on Christmas vacation, only wanted to be with the horses. She's doing everything. You know, she's incredible. All my kids are doing well.
I can see that she gets that from you.
Yeah. I didn't get it till I was 40 though. Like to really be that disciplined. You know, I mean, I was always going to do the work and show up and be prepared, and you know, I wasn't going to piss away an opportunity. But you know, to have that kind of discipline where you could just shut everything else out, and you make a choice where I'm going to sacrifice all this other stuff, friends and all that stuff. No, I gotta like really lock in. She does that at 14.
It's epic.
Yeah.
How's Vegas, dude?
Vegas is great. I'm just hoping we get this tax credit. I mean, you know, we've got the plans approved. I've got a great partner in Howard Hughes and Sony for the studio. You know, we think we create 10,000 jobs instantaneously.
This is for a studio lot
film
in
studio,
Vegas.
Yeah. We made 2 movies. We shot this movie, Flight Risk, in Vegas, and I shot out The Family Plan, the first one, which I'm shooting the sequel here now in London and Paris. I mean, so many talented people there. You know, we're hoping, you know, that we can get that off the ground and we can work from home.
And how much do you still have a footprint in California?
Quite a bit. I mean, you know, Municipal is up there in Oceanside. You know, a lot of our business is still there. You know, obviously friends and, you know, family still there, but you know, to be able to give the kids a place where they could kind of pursue their interest, with my daughter, with her equestrian life, my son, you know, Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. My oldest is at college, but
Wow.
yeah, and my youngest boy, he's playing golf, but now he's getting into Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu as well.
Have you been over to Dana's house?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Dude, it's insane.
Great spot. And you know what I love? I mean, it's a safe haven for all the kids to go. My kids hang out with, my oldest boys hang out with his kids, and yeah they're all friends. It's a small town.
Dude.
Yeah, great spot. So when I went to Vegas, Dana was the first person I called, you know, to kind of pick his brain.
Dude, Dana's the greatest, man.
Yeah. You know, he was my boxing trainer.
Wow.
Do you know how Dana and I started a relationship? Before I did The Fighter, I was going to do this other boxing movie called Out on My Feet about this fighter named Vinny Curto, who was being trained by Angelo Dundee. Robert De Niro was playing Angelo Dundee. I was playing Vinny Curto. And Dana was referred by another friend of mine to train me as a boxer. So Dana came out to live with me and train. Probably right. It was before Rockstar. It was before Rockstar. So it was in the 90s. I remember only because I auditioned for the movie. It was when Boogie Nights came out, because Boogie Nights was premiering in Toronto.
Wow.
And I was shooting The Big Hit, and I auditioned for the movie while I was shooting The Big Hit. So I got the part. De Niro called me, said I got the part, and then we started training, and then the movie fell apart.
So that's before even Tina
Before.
Brothers bought the UFC?
Way before. And then he was, I think he was training,
Still training. Boxing.
Yeah, and training other people. And I think started training.
Oh shoot!
So I think he started training UFC fighters because it was basically.
Yeah. I mean, he was
they were all but they were all like, you know, just wrestlers and stuff. So we're teaching them how to strike because there was no rules, and that was kind of how Dana and I
Dude, that's insane.
Plug before we wrap.
Yeah. Wow, we're gonna be jumping onto the audio on this one, but they're all going, wow, wrap it up.
Oh,
Yeah, we're out of time for sure.
We're out of time for sure.
Hey, well, we'll have to do this again. It was a pleasure, dude.
Dude, likewise, man.
Yeah. You see, look, I mean, fuck, we could have gone into some shit, and now, you know, we're having wonderful conversations.
Dude, big time.
Really respect what you're doing, how you turn your life around.
Dude, you know, I was gonna ask you about unrealistic ideas because I've got a fucking no-brainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no-brainer. And, you know, I just got to figure out who I'm going to partner with to make it happen. Here's the elevator pitch. I bought a 44-acre property in Tennessee. Tim Ward's my neighbor. I got 44 acres worth of land, and I'm my ultimate vision is to have that land. I'm gonna be fucking what Dollywood is to Dolly. The Radical Ranch is gonna be to Steve. I'm making this into an attraction, and the big half of it is animal sanctuary. I'm all about the animals, and I got my letter from the IRS. I'm official 501c3 nonprofit organization. I got the board of directors. I got the whole thing.
Give me your phone. I'll give you my number, and then text me, and I'll put you, me, and Archie on a group. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude, I'll be. It's
Hold on, let me just go to your phone or contact, and I can just dial my number.
There we go.
There you go.
It's gonna be like Fantasy Factory.
I've been to the Fantasy Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cell.
All right. Meets.
Yep. 323.
Fantasy Factory meets Below Deck. Yep.
I'll connect you with me and Archie.
Yeah. I love it, man. Archie's epic.
He's a beast. I'll put us on a group text today.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, brother.
Pleasure, man. Yeah, thanks so much, dude. Yeah, likewise.
Appreciate you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
All right, safe travels back.
Yeah, dude.
All right, I'll put us on a group text right now.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. And there you have it. How the hell did we get Mark Wahlberg? Well, I'll tell you. And it happens to be an exciting moment right now because it's the very first time that I have ever made a special custom episode for YouTube. The only way you're possibly hearing this is if you're watching YouTube. And the reason why I'm doing this for the first time on episode 251 is because we're going to show you the footage of when Mark Wahlberg first walked into the room, when I greeted him, what happened, and with this haircut. You know, you got to check this out. But it wouldn't be really much to show. I mean, you can't show on the audio version. So this is only for YouTube. You guys enjoy this absurd haircut and the interaction. You get to be a fly on the wall. And, man, I love it. Maybe I'll do YouTube special custom episodes from here on out. It might make it a little bit more exciting. All right, let's get to it.
What's up, bud?
How's it going, man?
All right, man. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Likewise.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
All right, how's everybody?
All right, man. So
You gonna do it? You cutting your hair for real?
yeah, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck, I didn't think you'd be scared. All the shit you do, this
Yeah.
fucking...
Let's do it, man. And yeah, I'm super excited, and I'm very acutely aware that we don't waste your fucking time. So let's go.
Oh, all good, brother. All good, all good. I appreciate it, buddy. Sarah, do you have a regular razor? Or are you just gonna cut the...
I
think
went
we-
through everything.
Okay, good.
We start with the clippers. You get
Yeah.
and then we come in with
Yeah,
the.
I leave a little side. I'll leave a little side.
Yeah.
You got good fucking hair. Hey, you're good.
Yeah.
You know, most of the motherfuckers are scared because they're like, oh shit, they're fucking hiding something over there.
Yeah, no, they got scared, but it is hiding some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see.
Scars, tattoos. That's normal.
Yeah, skull tattoos. Yeah, you guessed it.
Huh? I think she's got some clippers too.
Yeah, I've got everything.
Dad, the squad, man. It's
Are we doing that first?
Mike has got his done a couple of times. I had to test it a couple of times. Because when I told Mel my idea, I said, hey, I want to shave my head. I want to be able to come in first with a southern accent. And then as soon as she realized that I'm the hitman, that like she's going to fucking knock my hat off. And then the hair stuck in the fucking...
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and then they're like, what the fuck? But and there was all these lines were like, oh God, it's the worst thing you fucking raped. I was just like, I love him.
Yeah.
When I went home, my wife was terrified. The kids didn't want to see me. So, why don't I just do that, and then if you want to just, if you want to take it low with the other one,
Yeah.
I think we just need to see me just getting in there a little.
That's going to be the fastest way
To get rid of a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it as low as it goes.
Yeah.
How are
this is
you,
it.
by the way? What's your name?
Jenny.
Mark, nice to meet you, Jim. How are you, pleasure. When did you get in town?
This morning.
Oh shit, jet lagged?
Whatever.
Oh, good.
I did. I demanded business class, so I slept the whole way.
It was easy sober too, to just be able to adjust. And,
Oh, big time.
yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Better
dude.
waking up feeling good.
For sure.
Got this on.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, how
Do you
about
want to
that?
give a little introduction on what you guys are doing?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
That would be good.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, you wanna run it or?
I'll do a little bit. You can say whatever you like.
If you want, yeah.
I've just got to say that I'm so impressed because I wanted to do the haircut for real. First of all, I don't want to sit in that makeup chair wearing, putting on a wig and a ball cap and all this shit. And I was like, I know a lot of guys who are bald and always embraced it. My dad, for one, and my favorite actors like Robert Duvall and all these people.
Dana.
So, yeah, Dana White. So I'm hoping that this is going to carry on a trend. But Steve-O is literally the first one to say, hey, in support of the movie, he wants to do it.
Yeah.
And then I thought when I first came in, I said, this guy's done everything. There's nothing he's scared of. What the fuck are you worried about a little haircut for?
Yeah. And Jen, wait till you see what we got under here, man. It's good. Let's go.
All right. So we'll go to the front first.
Yeah.
We start right here in the front.
Yeah, it's gonna go all the way to the back.
No, I'm gonna give you a little bridge to Terabithia. Oh, there's something under there. Holy shit. There is something under there.
Yeah.
Come on, biohazard or something.
I'm a human crash test dummy.
Oh my god, yeah. All right, so there we go. Oh yeah. You got a good head for this. Who was the tattoo artist that did that one? Do you remember?
That one's my buddy Mike Santa Fe. And then I had another one do the ones on the side.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I'm good at this, but
Yeah,
a little
dude.
horseshoe. I'm gonna break it up a little. Oh, beautiful, proper cycle. What were you gonna say?
Do you honestly like not have gray hair? I'm so jealous of that.
No, I don't. My dad was actually lost most of his hair, but he never had gray hair. He had a dark hair. What little hair he had left, he had got a couple little stragglers that are gray, but no, I've been lucky. And I don't like dyeing my hair. I dyed my hair once for a movie.
Yeah.
And they dyed it like
mustache.
10 times, and it was fucking red, and fucking burned the shit out of my scalp. So I said, fuck that, I ain't doing it no more. But I've been lucky. Just to keep whatever hair I kept. And oh, this is looking good. I got a couple nice scars in there. Like me, I got a bunch of fucking scars. I took a bunch of shots in the head. All right,
Yeah,
this is good.
dude,
Look at the little stripe in the middle. That's good. Yeah, now I just let her take it down with the buzzer. Let me just make sure
Yeah.
it's even.
Yeah, I had some staples in my head.
Oh, dude, you had a lot more than that. I can imagine. I wonder what's left in there. That's all the fucking shit you did. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let me see. Oh, I gotta shave mine like that. We gotta do the sequel right now. Me and you.
Yeah, dude.
Look
Oh wow,
at
look
that.
at this.
Huh? Let me see the clipper real quick. The buzzer.
Yeah, check out this little.
Let me make it a little tighter.
What do you want to see?
Where's the other one to buzz this down a little more?
Yeah,
The good one.
the foil one.
No, well, this one will take it down a little bit more.
No.
And then that will take it, the foil, you need to take a little bit more off that with this.
All right.
That'll probably take it down a bit closer.
It looks good, dude.
Yeah, it does.
You gotta be easy to get out of the shower.
Oh, yeah. I got Crash Test Dummy stunts coming up later this month too, so it's got to go anyway.
Oh, that's cool. This is better than
Yeah, I was watching Flight Risk and I was like, where do I know this chick from? And then I realized it was the Downton Abbey show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I thought she was British.
She is.
Oh, no way, dude.
Yeah.
So
Good actress.
she's got the British accent for real.
Yeah.
And she's just that American on it.
Yeah. So you see all the Brits always do a great American accent, but the Americans never get to do a British accent.
But they just suck at it.
Well, we got to work on it. I mean, you can pull it off. We got to do it on our interview. We just do a British
Yeah,
accent. all
you
the
know,
time.
I went to all 4 years of high school right here in London, England.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to have a good accent.
I never even got good at it. I went to the American
See the
school in London.
Oh, yeah. Looks good.
Yeah, dude.
Huh?
Man, I got my UFC hat right here. Gotta get a toupee in there.
Yeah, stick the toupee right in there. Good stuff. So I was at a UFC fight when I was making the movie, and I was sitting there with my kids. You know, they put you on the Jumbotron.
Sure.
So I'm about to go and tip my hat, and I fucking realized, I was like, oh my God, I almost blew the whole fucking joke.
Oh, wow.
The fucking hair was gone.
I'm sure I saw you on that. Do you remember what card it was?
I don't, it was 2 years ago in Vegas, but I don't
Yeah,
remember.
maybe it was like Ngannou and
Yeah.
Cyril Gane or something. All right,
Do you guys
man.
want to take a quick photo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Please. There you go, look at that. Fresh cut.
There you have it, folks. We gave you, just on YouTube, everything that we had. And, man, I want to add that Mark Wahlberg and I had no idea that big fires were starting up when we did this in London. And right before I flew to London from Tennessee, one of the last things I did, this is so crazy, I wrote LA Fire Department post because I had promised a post to the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation. They sent me this t-shirt and I just spaced it and I was like, oh man, I forgot that, like I gotta do it. I wrote it on my thing and then I come home and like, it's crazy out there. And man, a little late, but you know, I got around to posting, and I'd love to just mention it here if you're sitting around. Like they sure could use some help. The LAFD Foundation on Instagram. Like there's a link there. I have a warm spot in my heart for them because I put the fire department through so much grief, and I ended up becoming friends with them and doing fundraisers. But in any case, I'm just putting that out there. Thank you for sticking around to the very end. I love you with all my heart. I hope you guys are safe, and be well.